Vinegar isn't the safe, natural cleaner that you think it is. It's an acid. And in your home, it's quietly wrecking more than you think. Starting with your countertops and including one thing you were told to clean it with. The worst part, you won't even notice the damage until it's done. I get it. I clean this way also. Almost everyone does. We're all told the same thing. Natural means gentle, so vinegar is safe on everything. It's not. Acid is the whole reason that vinegar works. It eats through hard water and grime, but it can't tell the difference between the junk you want gone and the surface beneath it. It just eats. And watering it down doesn't fix that. Diluted acid is still acid, it just eats slower. Think of a slow drip on a stone step. One drop does nothing, but the same spot every week and every year wears it right down. You're just doing that with a spray bottle. So start with the one that you clicked for, your countertops. If it's natural stone like marble or granite, it's full of minerals, and acid dissolves minerals. Even granite, the one everyone calls bulletproof, is tough against scratches, not against acid. And engineered quartz isn't safe either. The acid dulls the resin that holds it all together. If your counter's laminate or a solid surface, you're in better shape, but don't go wild because vinegar can still dull the finish and creep into the seams over time. Either way, every spray and wipe etches tiny dull spots into the surface and breaks down the sealer protecting it. Here's why you never caught it. Right after you wipe, it looks perfectly clean. The dullness shows up weeks later and you blame the lighting or age or hard water. You probably wiped that spot twice, figured it was the lighting, and moved on. There was just nothing to catch yet. And it's not just your counter. Here's another two big ones. If you mop your hardwood floors with vinegar and water, that's the first one. That splash of vinegar in the bucket slowly strips the finish that keeps water out of the wood. It won't look like damage. It'll look like the floor is getting old and dry, but the coat protecting it is dissolving. And once it's gone, the bare wood drinks up every spill. The second one no one sees coming because it's not even a surface you clean. It's the rubber seal inside your appliances. If you run a cup of vinegar through your dishwasher or washer every month because someone online told you to, that's the habit. Every cycle, the acid dries out that gasket just a little bit more until it cracks, and a cracked seal leaks. And honestly, it doesn't stop there. A few more places to keep vinegar away from quick. Unsealed grout. Acid eats it, so the lines pit and start grabbing dirt faster. Cast iron and your good cooking knives. Vinegar strips the seasoning right off your pan and can pit the steel. And waxed or oiled wood, like your nice cutting board or an antique table, vinegar cuts straight through that finish, leaving it dull and dry. None of these scream when it happens, they just quietly get worse. So if any of that is you, it was never your fault. Nobody tapes a warning label on a jug of vinegar. So here's the real question now. Is the damage already done, and can you undo it? Good news on both, but first, the swap so you quit adding to it. It's dead simple. For everyday wiping, counters, spills, sticky spots, plain dish soap and warm water, no acid. On natural stone, a pH neutral stone cleaner, that's the exact wording on the bottle. Plain dish soap works in a pinch, but it leaves a film on stone over time. So the stone cleaner keeps the shine. On quartz, you don't even need that. Dish soap and water is just fine, just keep the acid off of it. And on sealed wood floors, a wood floor cleaner. Yes, that's a couple more bottles than a jug of vinegar, but they're cheap and they're not eating away at your house. So, did you already do damage? Let's start with your counter. Wipe it down and then hold it to the light from your window and drag a fingernail against any dull patch. If your nail catches in a little groove that's deeper, worth a Stone Pro. If it's dull but still smooth, that's light etching. And the relief is it usually buffs right out with a stone polishing powder. A few dollars online and then reseal it so it doesn't start again. Not sure your stone's even sealed? Drip a few drops of water on it and then wait a minute. If the water beads up, you're sealed and protected. If it soaks in and darkens the stone, your sealer's worn through, and the acid's been hitting bare stone this whole time. Either way, a fresh coat of stone sealer is just a 10-minute job. Use that same light trick on your floors. Cloudy, streaky spots that won't wipe away mean the finish is thinning, and a roll-on hardwood refresher brings it back in a weekend. If the wood feels rough or gray, that means water's already in, and that's a floor pro. Run a finger along the rubber. Dry or cracking means replace it. If the machine is shared or a rental, just stop the vinegar cup because that's what's drying it out. The second you stop the vinegar, every bit of this stops getting worse. Now, don't pour your vinegar out. This was never about vinegar being bad. It's actually a fantastic cleaner. It was just handed the wrong jobs. The trick is that acid loves a few things and ruins the rest. So here's where it genuinely shines. Glass like windows, mirrors, shower doors. Vinegar cuts the film and dries streak-free. Nothing beats it. Hard water buildup on your metal faucets and shower heads, that crusty white scale, acid melts it. Tie a bag of vinegar around your shower head and it comes out like new and descaling. That chalky stuff inside your kettle or coffee maker is the exact mineral gunk acid was made to dissolve. Run vinegar through it and it's gone. See the pattern? Glass, metal, mineral scale. That's right up vinegar's lane. Soft, sealed, or finished, stone, wood, grout, or rubber, that's where it does damage. So that's the one rule worth remembering. Vinegar is a specialist, not an all-purpose spray. Use it on glass, metal, and hard water where acid actually helps. And keep it off your stone, your wood, your seals, and your grout. That's it. Now, if you really want to know why your dishes smell after the dishwasher, watch this next.